Hi, welcome to DBHandmades. My name is Danielle, and today we're going to crochet a pencil table runner. So it's essentially just a table runner that looks like a giant pencil. This pattern was actually not my idea. This was my sister-in-law's idea. She is a teacher, and I can't believe that July is about over and done, and August means that kids are going back to school. So it's actually the perfect time for shopping for school supplies. That's the one thing I miss about school, is shopping for school supplies. But those supplies I just shop for now and I don't have to go to school, so. I think she picked out a good one. Just from a glance, it looks like you just need worsted weight yarn in pink, light gray, yellow, tan, and dark gray, crochet hook of 5mm, tapestry needle for weaving in ends, and a measuring tape for measuring your table. Because you can make it as long or as short as you need, because you know not everybody's table is going to be the same length and width. It's got terms and abbreviations, which is great, so then you know how to read the pattern. And then even notes, so that you can know what the proper gauge is, and then important little tips and tricks to note before we get started. So, and it looks like we're going to be working from the eraser side of the pencil to the little point to the graphite, and maybe something I could maybe watch TV and crochet with, who knows, but I don't know. That's a little dangerous for me as far as losing stitches, and well, we'll see what happens. Oh, also, yes, I got my hair cut and I feel cute and adorable. So yes, and a little bit of the blue is still left over, but yeah, I feel cute and lighter. Okay, the two things before we get started. Since this is a free crochet pattern, it is not my own. I'm actually going to be linking this, I'm going to be linking the pattern down in the description box for you to follow along with. I'm going to include affiliate links in the description box for any crochet or yarn supplies that you're going to need for making your pencil table runner. So if you use these links, I will make a small commission off of them, but no pressure to use them whatsoever. They are just there for you as a resource. Now, with those out of the way, let's go ahead and make a pencil table runner. So again, these are the supplies that I'm going to be using. I'm going to, for the most part, be using Joann's Big Twist Value yarn. It's acrylic yarn. It's actually pretty soft for a value yarn, and I feel like it holds up pretty well over time for projects. I'm going to have my 5mm crochet hook. My favorite one is from Clover & More. And I have my handy dandy tape measure, so then I know how long my project is. My scissors. My embroidery needles or tapestry needles. And then the only dark gray I really have is this cream cotton, which is actually called, I think deep teal, or yeah, deep teal. I mean, which I guess is what it looks like when put next to this gray, but I mean, it'll work. We'll make it work. So let's get started. Before we start row 1, we're going to chain 59. We want a little bit of a looser tension on our foundational row. So I've made 59 chains, and now I'm going to turn my chain over, because then we're going to crochet in the back bumps of the chain. And I love crocheting in the back bumps so that you don't have an awkward foundation, like a gap on the bottom. So if I do it like this, it's going to just look, it's just going to have a more seamless look. Make sure that you have 58 stitches in total. Then we're going to double crochet into the second chain from the hook in the next 57 stitches. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to double crochet into the second stitch. Okay, so how I do a color change with a double crochet is I yarn over and I put my hook through the stitch and I pull through a loop. I yarn over one time with the pink and pull through 2 loops. And normally this is where I would be yarning over and pulling through the last 2 loops, but this time I'm actually going to put my gray yarn on and pull through the last 2 loops. So there, we just did our last double crochet with the color change. And then now I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work and continue doing double crochets, 58 stitches across. So this is what we have so far. Here's the eraser, and then there's the metal part of the pencil. So now we're gonna get to the big boy part of the pencil and switch to the yellow yarn. I've been doing a lot of amigurumi lately, so this kind of project kind of just gives my hands a little bit of break, but while still being able to crochet, because I hate not being able to crochet if I want to. But so this is just like the perfect relaxing type of project that I really needed. So I'm so glad that I decided to do this, and also that it lined up with my sister-in-law's birthday as well. So we will be adding the yellow down here. How many rows? How many rows? Let's see. Oh gosh. From rows 31 to 96. So we're gonna be on this for quite some time. So I've just been rewatching Suits. Gosh, I think I watched it when it originally aired and I really enjoyed season 1, but I never watched any other seasons after that, so maybe this is like my opportunity to do that. Let's bring a little sunshine into our project now, shall we? So here we're gonna do our second color change. Again, I'm just undoing our last double crochet. I'm yarning over and then I'm pulling through my loop, yarning over, pulling through the 2 loops. And now we're going to make the slip knot with the yellow yarn. And pull through the yellow yarn. Chain 2 and turn. So I have done quite a few rows, quite a few rows of the yellow. So, whoa, I went a little cross-eyed there for a second. So many rows of yellow. I just ran out of my yellow. This is all that I have left, and I have done 81 rows for the pencil. If I was copying this pattern verbatim, I would have needed to have yellow yarn for another 15 rows, because it's actually from rows 31 to 96. So I think this is still pretty long. So I am going to switch to the tan. And yeah, this is where we'll start decreasing to make our pencil. Getting ready for our third color change. So we are undoing our last double crochet. putting on our new color and pulling it through the loop. Chain 2 and then turn our work. So we're going to do the DC2 tog, or the decreasing double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook through the stitch, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, put our hook through a stitch, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. So it's going to look like we have 2 double crochets here, but we just combined it into 1 stitch. How cool is that? Now we're going to continue along the rest of the row doing double crochets until the last 2 stitches, where then we will do another DC2 tog. Make sure that you have a total of 56 stitches. Make sure that you continue using the tan yarn, decreasing 2 stitches each row until you get to 16 stitches all the way across. Okay, so we are finally at the tip of our pencil, where I'm going to switch to my darker gray for the lead. This project has kind of made me a little nostalgic for some of my favorite teachers that I've had when I was in school, and shout out my favorite elementary school teacher, or at least my favorite one that comes to mind is Kathy Spangler from St. Pete Christian. I think she's the principal of that school now, but she won all sorts of national awards, and she was just the best. She was an amazing teacher. But anyways, yeah, it was making me a little nostalgic. So, but anyways, we're about to finish our pencil, and then we'll see how big our projects are. All right, so here's our final color change. Can we do it? Oh my gosh. Yes. So we don't have to do it all over. Not a big deal if we do, though. I feel like I cheated, but I didn't. Anyways, that's our lead color. Oh my goodness. And continue to decrease your work until you have 2 stitches left. And then we're going to fasten off and weave in all of our ends. How exciting. Okay, so let's see how big this thing ended up being. I have to like step back so far. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So this sucker ended up being 53 inches long. So that's kind of cool. Definitely qualifies as a table runner for sure. So let's see how we can... I don't know. So thank you so much for joining me today in crocheting a pencil table runner for back to school. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you loved watching my yarny shenanigans, go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, have a wonderful school year, and have a great day. Bye!